I am a strong advocate of making a conscious effort to mold well-being as an effortless part of your daily life. I've observed that cooking is widely proclaimed to require a lot of time and effort, and this really speaks to me. Today, I will break down some points to bear in mind when selecting ingredients, purchasing kitchenware, and developing a process that will greatly simplify your day-to-day when it comes to cooking. If you follow these tips, your cooking flow will not only be cost-effective and time-saving, but it will also yield nutritious and tasty food. First, let's talk about ingredients. Ingredients are, without a doubt, the most important inputs to this equation. Please do keep in mind that it is best to operate with economies of scale when beginning your cooking journey. Frankly, the upfront cost will be expensive, but the routine cost will be very cheap and leave you with plenty of tools in the shed to make a variety of cuisines to boot. Me personally, I have routinely tried and failed to begin my own cooking journey in the past by heavily underinvesting in ingredients and not putting any thought into what cookware to use to fit my lifestyle. I have divided ingredients into three broad categories. First, non-perishables and freezables. Second, spices. And third, perishables. I will recommend that when selecting all ingredients, that there should be an emphasis on whole foods with minimal to no processing. The first category of foods is freezables and non-perishables. This category includes freezable foods, obviously, as well as grains, potatoes, meats, and in general, any item that you can keep for weeks to a few months when stored under reasonable, attainable conditions with no risk of spoiling. These items are best acquired from a wholesaler such as Costco or Sam's Club, primarily due to the incredible quality and value from the foods. I personally go to Costco, and some of the items that I typically stock up on in this category for both high nutritional and fiscal value include quinoa, brown rice, couscous, tofu, fermented vegetables, a variety of lean raw meats such as chicken and fish, nutritional yeast, a variety of common spices, including garlic, salt, and pepper, giant bags of frozen fruit and vegetables, egg white cartons, and a number of alternative pastas, such as chickpea pasta or red lentil pasta. As a helpful note, when storing meat beyond a few days, use the freezer. When I used to buy raw meat in bulk from Costco, the first thing I did when I got home was divide them up into separate plastic bags, one for each week, and store them all in the freezer. This would last me months at a time. The day before I had to meal prep, I would move a single bag from the freezer to the fridge. The second category of ingredients is spices. Spices have an incredibly high nutritional value and open the door to the preparation of more palpable and diverse foods. Despite being non-perishable, I decided to make spices their own category because my sourcing recommendation is slightly different. While wholesalers are ideal, they may not have the proper spice diversity to properly stock a spice cabinet. In this scenario, spices are best acquired from a collection of international grocery stores. More spices are better than less here. Be wary of buying spices from grocery stores as they tend to be overpriced. For example, we can look at turmeric. Turmeric is an age-old wonder spice that has recently inspired many trends, such as the golden latte, due to its host of characteristics including anti-inflammatory, thermogenic, and antioxidative. Today, Whole Foods sells 2.4 ounces of turmeric for $5.99, whereas Patel Brothers, which is a widely known Indian grocery store, sells 28 ounces for $6.99 online. And quite frequently, the prices at lesser known in-person only international grocery stores can go even lower than that. Spices and other non-perishables will make up a majority of your bulk cost. The remaining items to purchase are perishable foods. Perishable foods include foods that typically spoil 1 to 2 weeks when properly stored. This primarily includes fruits, vegetables, milk products, and meats when stored in the fridge. This should really only account for a 1 to 2 week time period and thus should be a very small portion of your overall expenditures. I personally enjoy frequenting outdoor farmers markets for the immaculate vibe, but more importantly, these markets are a phenomenal source of fresh and long-lasting produce, primarily because the food typically comes straight from the farm. Grocery stores are fine as well, though. Changing up the fruits and vegetables during your bi-weekly or weekly perishable food shopping trips offer a great opportunity to keep cooking fun and engaging. Here's a few helpful pointers for selecting produce. Broadly, there are 3 things to bear in mind. First, be on the lookout for vibrant colors, as they tend to correlate with increased nutritional value and greater antioxidative properties. For example, lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that gives watermelon and tomatoes their red color. So when choosing these vegetables, go for something that has a deep red color. Second, select a variety of colors to attain the widest variety of phytonutrients. And finally, a pleasant fragrance is a good indicator of freshness when choosing your produce. So, beyond ingredients, the next part of the process to bear in mind is cookware. Choosing the right cooking tools is critical to promoting efficiency and flexibility in the food preparation process. As basic essentials, I highly recommend one singular high-quality chef's knife, a wooden chopping board, and a knife sharpener. A cutting board and a knife are the fundamental tools of the kitchen and generally where the initial processing of the unprocessed foods in our kitchen begins. Additionally, maintaining a sharp knife is important to prevent injury and significantly improves food preparation. Separately, for my meat eaters, I would recommend investing in a second plastic chopping board just to avoid cross-contamination from the raw meat. The most important appliance in my kitchen is the multi-cooker, specifically the Instant Pot. Multi-cookers don't need to be watched and provide a means of shortened cooking times and many cooking options. It's really as simple as throwing ingredients into a pot and leaving to go about your day. And this is especially true with the vast collection of dump and go recipes, many of which can be found online. It is easy to prepare a lot of servings very quickly with multi-cookers, making them an invaluable meal prep tool as well. High-quality storage boxes and a microwave are great complementary items for both storage and reheating purposes. As an honorable mention, blenders are an extremely useful tool in the kitchen because it not only allows you to explore smoother textured foods such as smoothies, soups, sauces, and dips, but they more importantly are a faster method of chopping vegetables and fruits. Once you've acquired your ingredients and stocked your kitchen, it's worth moving on to developing a process to further save time and anchor healthy eating into your daily routine. To set a realistic goalpost, I personally cook on average of 20 minutes a day, and I cook all my meals. Some habits that I have found very useful include the following. First, soaking foods, especially lentils and beans, overnight. Second, start dump and go recipes first thing in the morning. And finally, meal prep many servings per recipe and utilizing Chef Mike and storage containers heavily to reheat my food throughout the week so I don't have to cook every single meal. Eating out due to social obligations can make it really hard to eat healthy foods consistently enough to develop a habit. Some methods I have used that have kept me eating right include the following. First, invest in a nice, well-insulated lunchbox and eat in outdoor parks and common areas with friends. While we're on this point, I think that there's a huge gap in the market for a trendy, well-insulated lunchbox for adults beyond bento boxes. And that idea is totally free. That's on me. Second, choose restaurants that have nutrition facts for their foods posted online. It's always worth a search, as many restaurants have information readily available. For example, Starbucks has a very extensive PDF listing all the nutrition facts for every possible drink you could order from them. Separately, I was pleasantly surprised to find that Suvla, my favorite salad spot in San Francisco, also had an extensive list of nutrition facts on its website as well. And lastly, transitioning all social events into coffee or tea hangouts. It is much harder to make an argument for cooking at home due to market forces promoting easily available, cheap, high-caloric, and addictive foods with subpar diet quality. It is crucial to recognize the forces our environment play in shaping our daily actions and make a conscious effort to rebuild our surroundings to make health more seamless. That all said, I hope this video provided you with valuable tips that enable you to better integrate cooking into your life. Let me know in the comments if you have any additional tips, suggestions, or questions that you would like me to address in the future. Thank you, and I'll see you around.